Friday nights with Emma. And my glass of Sauvignon. Doing a little bit of sewing, putting borders on. So just let everybody join for a minute. Give us a little thumbs up. Give us a little heart. Let us know you're there. Mikey's on camera. Say hi to Mikey. Got the squeaky chair. I think I got shifted around. I think I got the squeaky chair again. Although they are all pretty squeaky. Yeah, that's right.
Lorna.
Oh, hi Lorna.
Claudia.
Hi Claudia.
Annette.
Hi Annette.
Terry.
Oh, hi Terry.
Debbie.
Hi Debbie.
Christine.
Hi Christine.
Lolly.
Hi Lolly. Almost there, almost there.
Christine from Glasgow.
Hi Christine from Glasgow.
And Claudia says, it's very cold up your way, freezing here today.
Oh. It's been quite mild down here.
Catherine.
Hi Catherine. Right, I'm going to...
Diamond.
Hi Shelley. Put that aside for now as well. And then we'll just do a recap. I'm just adding borders to my... let's see, that should be... Okay, yeah. Let me just do this bit as well.
Jan.
Hi Jen. It's the last bit and then this will be all sewn up. Except for the snowflakes.
Dawn.
Hi Dawn. Ooh, it's like I'm gonna... Yeah, there's plenty of bob in there.
Mandy says hello and to Link. Link is upstairs, so...
Yeah, he's... I don't know.
And
He was down here.
Lorraine. And Lorraine from Kent.
Oh, hi Lorraine. Yeah, he was down here. He must have forgotten it's Friday.
I think he's holding out for more money. Or more cat treats, I should say.
Yeah.
Diana.
Hi Diana. Don't worry, I will get to the interesting bit. Just a sec. There we go. I'll leave that untrimmed for now. Let's see. This is the bottom, so it shouldn't be too bad. So let me pin this up. This is the borders. I've just been putting the borders on the Snowflake panel from last week. Oh, got caught.
Christine from Welsh, Wales.
Ooh.
And Joan is watching.
Hi, Joan. Hi, Christine. Okay. Look away. A second.
Oh, speak of the devil, and the devil appears.
Yeah, here he is.
Karen is watching.
Hi, Karen. There's already a pin there. There we go. There's Link.
Yes. Your peeps are missing you, Link.
Yeah. I have to move this chair out so you can get a better look. Ooh.
Diana says she loves the dress.
Oh, thank you.
Health and safety would not approve.
There we go.
Terry said Link heard us mention cat treats. And Karen says good evening to Link.
There we go. Put that there.
Joan says good evening to Link. And Christine says he knew his public were waiting.
Yeah.
And,
There we go.
and Catherine says Link is here to greet his public. And Susan is watching.
Oh, hi Susan. Yeah, there's Link. So, Snowflake panel. This is with the borders on. Congratulations to the two ladies who got it, the whole kit. last week. I know Terry got there's still one kit left of the panel, plus the sashing for the windows, plus enough to do the sashing just in between without the borders. So there is one kit left of that if you want to get that. It'll come with the instructions to make it and snowflake templates, which is what I'll be adding at some point tonight. Oh, I was going to say, even though the kits, there's not very many of them there, unlike other selling channels, if I put it that way, if you put it in your basket and you check out with a kit, that means that you got it. So you won't be getting an email or a call from me saying, I'm sorry, that was out of stock, or anything like that. If you've managed to get the kit and you check out fully, that kit is yours. So don't be afraid to go and have a look and try. They're on the first page, on the landing page at swiftquilting.com.
Sandy is watching and says hello to Link, and Wendy is watching.
Oh, hi Wendy. Yeah, so there's one snowflake panel left with the sashing bits, and there is still 7 of the birch panels. So you'll get the panel, the instructions,
the birch,
plus some wood grain effect fabric to make the windowsill. I haven't added any fabric for the sashing in between or the borders, because to be honest with you, I think this would be one of the things that you'll want to make it your own rather than have me pick it out, because it can look nice with so many different fabrics. But yeah, so there's still 7 of those to be up for grabs. And again, if you get it in your bag and you check out with it, that means it's yours. You won't be getting an email from me saying, I'm sorry, that's out of stock. That's those. And then I have put together some more kits for tonight. Now these are Hawaiian applique. Oh, I forgot to bring my Halloween one down. I did demonstrate these.
Margaret is watching.
Oh, hi Margaret. At some point last year.
Judith is watching.
Oh, hi Judith. But I'll open it up. The instructions that you get has the template plus all the instructions that you need to either make it with needle turn applique or machine applique. Both methods are in there. So I'll show you what you get.
And Dawn says, oh, I was looking at those last night.
Yeah, so...
Christine is watching.
Oh, hi Christine. So this is the candles one. I'll open it up. These are all wall hangings, which are 24 inches wide by 36. This one is actually 36 wide by 24 high. They're always 24 by 36, whether it's portrait or landscape.
Angie and Barbara are watching.
Oh, hi Angie. Hi Barbara. So this is the template, full-size template that you'll get in it to actually make it. And then all the instructions. So you've got hand applique instructions and fusible
Anne is watching.
Machine applique instructions as well. Hi Anne. So you get all of that in there. Now the kits that I've put together, they are all also on the landing page at Swift Quilting, so they're like on the home page so you can see them. And for this one I've put together 2 different colorways. So for this you get the pattern, you get enough bonder web to make it if you want to do fusible applique. If you want to do the hand sewing needle turn applique, then you have all this bonus bonder web that you'll get anyway, even if you don't need it. I've used the grunge lemongrass for the background, so that will be the same as the yellow on here. And then I've got a red, lovely red and gold paisley. So the red is actually really, it's not a solid red, it's, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, it's kind of a mottled burgundy red with lovely gold foil paisley.
Claudia says, I'm sure I bought one of the Birchwood ages ago and lost in my stash, as well as the Halloween one. Oops, maybe ready for next year. Anushka says, wow, chick. Yeah. And Karen says, I love these Hawaiian quilts. It's a great technique.
I do have it in here. And plus you get
an
Aurifil thread. Because if you want to do machine applique, I do swear by Aurifil thread. No matter, even on my, well, this is fancy dancy machine to me, it works so much better with a nice Aurifil thread in it to do the top stitching, the finishing off. So, because if you, it doesn't go very nicely, it's just so frustrating because it's very obvious it's on the top. So you'll get all of that in the kit. So.
Dawn says it looks better in the flesh. I love that fabric. I have to agree. It doesn't. The red doesn't really come across as well on the camera. Yeah. But it is very vibrant and very.
It is nice.
Very regal.
So that's the red kit.
Anne is watching.
Oh, hi Anne. That's the red kit. So I'll just put those aside. And then the other one I've got is the same pattern, but with green. So it's the same fabric. It's a mottled, lovely dark bottle green with a gold paisley foil, the lemongrass, the pattern, the bundaweb, and a thread, an Aurifil thread that all goes with it.
Well,
they match really well.
I think this might be our farthest viewer, April from Australia.
Oh, hi April.
Anne says the green is beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice. Those are nice, good, traditional, lovely traditional Christmas. And you've still got time. Technically, it's sort of November, so and these do sew up rather quickly. So still time to do one for Christmas. So there's that one. And then I've also done a kit with the Snowflakes. So for this one, there's only one colourway, so I've just done blue and blue. So you will get the same basically. So this fabric, it's the it's got a silver foil on it, snowflakes and frosted boughs for your background, and then a lovely frosted navy for the inner part. And for that one I've actually used a nice pale blue Aurifil thread to match the background fabric. Oh, and you get your bundaweb as well. So all of those kits are on the landing page. Have a look. There we go. That's all those. And then, zip. I want to show you a sneak peek of what's going to be on Sewing Street on Sunday. Oh, where'd it go? Behind you. This is the quilt. So this is made from a Riley Blake fat quarter bundle, the Riley Blake Exquisite fat quarter bundle. So you can see how big it is. I'll hold it up. I'm going to stand on the squeaky chair.
More health and safety.
Yeah. So it is a good full bed-size quilt that you get. And I just love this pattern. This pattern actually, I've written it so that you can use it with this, but then also you can use it with any 25 fat quarters. You need a certain amount of lights and darks, but really you can make it as scrappy as you like. And
Anushka says congratulations on the biker pic on the calendar.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a calendar girl.
Margaret says that is beautiful.
Yeah, isn't it nice? And I wish you had field vision, because this one, well, it's been backed with a brushed cotton. And I'll tell you now, because I probably won't be able to tell you on Sunday when it comes on, but this brushed cotton is actually a flat sheet from Dunelm. 100% cotton, brushed cotton, flannel sheet, flat sheet.
Lorna says love the colours. Catherine says stunning quilt.
Nice, yeah. So
Valerie says love this quilt. And Sandy, I love the fabric and pattern.
It is really nice. It's just, I really like it. Yeah. But I will definitely. I have to be honest. I didn't make this one. A friend made this one, so it is going back to her when everything is done. But I will be making a scrappy quilt like this myself, definitely.
Debbie says beautiful colors.
And there's actually 36 blocks, so it actually sews up quite quickly as well, because the blocks are 12 inches. So it's one of those that if you wanted to do relatively quickly, it's actually not too bad for a big quilt.
Susan says beautiful, and Terry says gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, yes. So that will be on Sunday.
Barbara says gorgeous. And Annette says, how nice is that quilt? What time are you on Sunday?
Good question. 9 and 11 for sure. I think this one is on at 11. I'm pretty sure this is at 11. You might want to double check.
Diane says, wow, love the quilt. Did you get the Xmas jumper with the motorbike Santa on it?
I didn't, but I do have a sweatshirt with a motorbike, a Christmas sweatshirt with a motorbike on it, which will probably be seen at some point in December.
Claudia says, I'm in love with both the quilts you're doing.
Isn't it nice?
Christine says, lovely colors. And Catherine says, are all the blocks the same?
They're all the same block. The only thing that changes is the colour. So it's exactly the same block, it's just the colour placement for the different shapes that changes. But yeah, but the instructions, like I said, you can use it for your scraps, your stash, any 25 fat quarters basically. And I know we've all got fat quarters that we bought because, oh yeah, why not? You know, we're off on a jolly or from a show or something, because we just collect fat quarters. This is how you can use them basically.
Anushka says, love the dress as well as that quilt.
Thank you. Yeah, so there's that one. And then the other one I'll be doing is, another flannel with brushed cotton. So I've got my blocks that I showed you last week. Yeah, 4 blocks from last week. So this will be Sunday morning. And I've got some more. Yeah, some more in here. It needs to be combined. So that's Sunday, Sewing Street. It's going to be fun. I haven't seen John for well, now that I'm only doing it once a month, I don't get to see John as much. So
Terry says, good excuse for bargain hunting tomorrow at Harrogate.
Oh, yes. Yes, so as a heads up, you will need 13 lights and 12 darks. So any combination of that. So 13 light fabrics and 12 dark fabrics, basically, to make it. So any combination thereof. Yeah. Right. So I am actually going to... Link, you're going to have to move your bum. Because I need to do my templates now for my snowflake. Link, come move, buddy. There we go. There we go. I'll just shift you. There you go. You can just shift. There you go. So I'm going to trace my snowflakes for my borders.
Margaret says, you're so mean with Link. And Claudia says, fat quarters jump into your bag at shows, I find.
Yeah, that's what we... And then you get them and you're like, well, what do I do with this? And I know they'll be selling the pattern separately from the kit if you don't want to buy all the if you don't want to buy the kit to make this. Which I don't know why you wouldn't, because it is gorgeous. So you will be getting the pattern separately. But if you can get it with the pattern, the kit and the pattern, then you've also got the pattern to use for later, obviously.
And Terry says, I hope so. Laughing emoji. There you go.
There we go.
Well done.
Well done, Link.
Well done, oh boy.
Because, you know.
Oh, that wasn't straight there.
So sorry. That's what makes it unique. I should get you to do it then.
No, we'd be here for too long. So are you just tracing?
Yeah, I'm just tracing it onto bundle web, and then I'm going to iron it onto the back of the white fabric that I used in the sashing, and then there'll be snowflakes on top of the border.
Christine says she's sensing a look.
Perhaps. Oh, that's what I was going to ask people. Did you see that gorgeous, gorgeous sunset we had last night? It was amazing. I think it is the best sunset that I've ever seen. It also helped that I was actually riding my motorbike into the sunset for about an hour, riding home last night. So it was just stunning. Are you watching, Link? What's Mama doing?
Oh.
It's okay.
That's okay. That's on the inside.
It doesn't matter, my love. It's just a guide. You gotta cut it out yet anyway.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Karen said, no, missed the sunset, but the sunrise this morning was gorgeous.
Oh, I bet it was. Yeah, I wasn't. Was I? Yeah, I was up. I just wasn't outside. I actually got up early today. Oops.
And Dawn agrees it sure was.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And Claudia says, I sense the look as well as your hand stopped moving.
Oops.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's a funny angle.
Lorna said the sky was beautiful last night.
It was gorgeous. And it just seemed to go on forever. I think a lot of people got it because some of the Facebook groups I follow or pages I follow, a lot of photography ones. And I saw some pictures from Oregon and Washington that showed a really gorgeous sunset as well. So I think quite a few people had a beautiful sunset yesterday. Bit of drink, bit of drink. Here's a good one. Skizzles. Actually, now I've got to think about where the safe places I put my fabric. So I may not be able to apply this tonight. So when I do this, I just roughly cut around the shapes. I don't cut directly on the shapes. Not until it's actually applied to the fabric. And then I will cut directly on the line. Because then that gives me a nice clean edge on my fabric. It makes it less faffy as well. There we go. That's one. I'll pin this up so I don't lose it until I can get it applied to my fabric. But I'll probably do a similar arrangement to the actual where the leaves would have been. We'll see. What I'll do is I'll cut a few out 6 or 7, maybe a bit more, and then lay them out and then decide how to do it. What's that? Oh, I should sit roll your eye?
No. The snowflake are inside.
Yeah, snowflakes are inside. Or maybe it's not inside. Oh, yeah, it would be inside.
It would be because you're looking out.
Yeah, snowflakes are inside.
Okay.
Deal with it.
All right. Very well. Claudia asks.
Our world, we can do it whatever we want.
Claudia asks, on average, how many quilts do you do a month?
Oh, a month. Well, I'm trying to think. The last actual finished quilt I made, like including binding, was the Halloween in Quiltsborough quilt. So, as far as finishing them, not a lot. A lot of them get started. A lot of them end up just as tops. A lot of them are just part makes to be finished later. But yeah, a lot of projects get started a month, I would say, more than get finished.
Yeah, but that's not really fair. You do finish at least a couple projects a month.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I did do a couple more waistcoats.
Yeah.
So it's different stuff. I do a lot of quilting for other people. I do get that done. But that's not the one I wanted to do, actually.
Christine says her husband makes drone films around Cornwall and Devon. He usually starts filming at dawn, and some of the sunrises are lovely.
I bet that's amazing. I bet that is really nice. I heard you have to get a license for drones now. Simon's going to get rid of his, I think.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Andrew, because apparently the new legislation with training required has really racked up the price.
Yeah.
I'm surprised people who already have drones aren't grandfathered in, but...
Well, you know what I said. It would be the powers that be not wanting people to take drone footage of them. Yeah, no sewing tonight, just tracing. Oh, there was a little bit of sewing. Actually, after I've done this one, what I might do is a little bit of sewing on my flannel quilt, because it needs to be finished. Well, the block that I started needs to be finished. Put it that way.
Claudia says there could be a U-turn. And Karen says, oh yes, I bet that's amazing. Cornwall has fabulous scenery.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and Christine says her husband has taken a few tests so he can fly his drone. Yeah.
Actually, these snowflakes might get sewn on in a couple of weeks when I do the class again. Oh, yeah, it reminds me. So the attic window class is going to be at Rutland Sewing again. First Saturday in December. I think there are a few spaces left. Just be aware that it's the second class. And so the ladies who came last month will be finishing up their borders. So if you did want to come, you would cover doing the wide seams and the inside of the window, but probably wouldn't be time to do the borders and everything else. But That's always an option. Ooh, 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 almost. Oops. There. Ooh. So that bit.
Claudia, yes, that's in person, not virtual. Yes, in person.
Yeah, in person. In person.
And Christine says her husband puts the films on YouTube under his name, Patty Stubbs.
Oh, okay, remember that. I'll have to have a look.
And Carol is watching.
Oh, hi, Carol. Yeah, what do you think, Link? I think Link's saying, does that mean the snowflakes are on the inside? Actually, I can remember waking up to ice on the inside of windows. I know you can't remember that. I'm sure you've never lived in a house where you had ice on the inside of windows. No comment.
Yeah. Don't know.
Do we have ice on the inside?
Yeah. There's single pane windows.
Yeah. That's not what I wanted. That's the one I wanted.
Thank you very much.
So.
Elaine says, yes, I had frost inside the windows when I was a child.
Mm-hmm. You haven't lived if you haven't had ice on the inside of the windows.
And Claudia says Jack Frost came in. You haven't lived through a blizzard.
I think I have.
No, you haven't. Elaine says the water in the loo froze too.
Oh, I haven't had that. What time is it anyway?
And your mom's watching.
Or am
She says I can remember that before CH.
Yeah, Centurion.
And Christine says I came back in the 60s. It was so cold I used to get dressed in bed. And Catherine says, when I was a child, we had ice inside the windows and one coal fire in the whole house.
Mm-hmm.
And Valerie says, we did have ice on windows, metal frame windows are, and we never played in the bedrooms as way too cold. Yeah. And Christine says, ice on the inside was a normal Glasgow winter.
Oh, I can imagine.
She's probably laughing soft Southerners.
Southern Jessies.
Karen says, yes, we used to have ice on the inside of the windows back in the good old days.
Yeah.
We lived in the caravan while we built the house. Lots of ice inside the caravan as well as frozen pipes.
Oh, yeah.
And your mom says, sitting too near Nan's fire when it was cold and getting chilblains.
Oh, yeah. Right. Just going to sew together one of the blocks for the flannel quilt.
And Teresa asks, what are you making?
So this is one of the blocks. So, I don't know what time it is. I'll finish this up.
8:34, sorry.
Oh, okay. So we've got plenty of time. So I might just give you a link on letters.
And Carol says, definitely remember ice on the inside. Also had measles in the 62-63 winter.
Oh.
Doctor had to struggle through 3 foot of snow just to get to us, and we were in the middle of Bristol.
Oh, wow.
I won't have that trouble now. Your Sarah said, hi guys, sorry I've been out for dinner. How's it going?
Oh.
And Elaine says, what about making toast in the fire?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Teresa says a yellow teddy bear. And Terry says, having to put your coat in Willie's to use the outside toilet. And Christine says a common sight back then was corned beef legs where people sat too close to the fire.
Yeah, we just did, for Sarah just joined, just did finishing the borders on this. That's what I started with. Squeaky squeak.
And Teresa.
Yeah, and through a couple of Christmas wall hanging kits, and now I am finishing up one of the blocks for Sewing Street on Sunday, and then I will probably make a new one so you can see how it's done. It's an extra. You'll see it on Sunday as well, but a little extra.
And Lorna says, yes, we made the toast on an open fire.
Yeah, I used to make toast at Nanny's with a toasting fork. Toasted tea cakes on the open fire are nice too.
Claudia asks, is that quilt in one color or different colors?
Which quilt? Oh, this one. I will show you. Oops. It is a fat quarter bundle. Again. Where's all my... These are the blocks that I've made already. So you can kind of make it up as you go. This is the actual pattern. That's the actual pattern. And all most of the fabrics in the bundle pretty much match that. So these are the ones that I've done already. And they're red and green. Those. And these are all the fabric. I've cut all the except for the sort of the half square triangle border. I haven't cut that yet. But this is all the fabric I have left from that bundle. These are all the fabrics. Lovely, lovely colours. And they're all different patterns as well, so they're not just plain. You got a check, bit of a tweedy pattern, stripes, check, diamonds. That's kind of like a diamonds, and tweed, and a stripe, and they all go in lovely autumny colours. That's what it's made of. It is a Riley Blake fat quarter bundle, all of brushed cotton. So that's what I'm doing. Oops.
Elaine says, I think that's the nicest bundle ever on Sewing Street.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It is really nice. And you get so much left over for if you wanted to make the quilt. And even if you didn't want to make this quilt, I think that would make a stunning log cabin. Yeah, it would be so nice, and it's lovely, and it sews up really well. Move on. Thanks. It's not stretchy at all. So it's a good proper quilting flannel.
Claudia says she loved roasting chestnuts in a copper pot in the fireplace.
We used to do baked potatoes in the fire as well. Cover up in tin foil, and just put them in the fire.
Christine says, with that amount of fabric left over, you can make a continental cushion and possibly two.
Yeah.
And Elaine says, do you think it will shrink a lot, and would that matter?
I don't think it would shrink any more than a regular cotton would. But you might want to pre-wash these before you make it. I haven't pre-washed them, I'll be honest. If you don't pre-wash, it's not the end of the world. What happens if you don't pre-wash your cotton is it does shrink, But once it's all quilted, it just adds, I'm trying to think, this one wouldn't have been pre-washed. It just makes them a little bit crinklier, more wrinkly, so that they look more lived in, actually. I'm looking at this one. This one's been washed a few times. But that adds to the character of the quilt, to be honest with you. But it is all down to personal preference, what you like best. Also bear in mind, if you use cotton wadding, the cotton will shrink as well, so that'll also add to the effect. It doesn't mean that if you don't wash your fabric and you don't wash your wadding, that it's going to shrink more, because it all shrinks at the same rate, so don't worry too much. It's just that if you have shrunk your cotton, your fabric, but you don't shrink your wadding, you're still going to get a little bit of that crinkly effect when you wash your quilt.
Claudia says Link's quilt has been washed a few times.
Yes, well, at least twice. Once when I managed to get it away from him. Once the first time to get the effect, the raggy effect. Yeah, he wasn't happy with me last Saturday.
Elaine says thank you.
You're welcome. There. Now I just need to add the corners, and these are not the right size corners because I cut them wrong to begin with, so. But I don't want to waste them. I'll have to trim them down. So I'm just doing my customary find the middle.
Elaine says Link's quilt is the same fabric both sides, so there wouldn't be differential shrinkage on that?
No, there wouldn't be. It is the same. It's the, well, in theory it's the same. So the front was made with all of the brushed flannel that I have in stock in the shop. The back I used a brushed cotton flat sheet from Dunham and cut it up, but it is essentially, it's all cotton and it is brushed, so yeah, it doesn't look like it didn't shrink differentially. It doesn't look more wrinkled on one side than the other.
Karen says, is this flannel quilt your project or something for Sewing Street?
This is for Sewing Street on Sunday.
And Christine says, in sewing factories, I've never known fabric to be washed before being made into garments or household textiles.
That is true, and I have to admit, most of the times I don't worry about sizing, but for t-shirts, sweatshirts, things like that, I do tend to maybe, depending on how it fits, maybe size up, because I know it's going to shrink when you wash it, especially t-shirts. But if you are making your own clothes, definitely recommend pre-washing your fabric before you make your clothes. Just because if you're tailoring it, it'd be horrible to spend all that time getting it just so, only for it to shrink in the wash and not fit properly anymore. What's he doing?
Elaine says she's usually too impatient to pre-wash, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. I have to admit, I kind of got into the habit whenever I bought fabric, it either comes home and goes straight into the washing machine, or it comes out of the shipping parcel and goes straight into the washing machine. Not everything in my stash is washed anymore though, but it used to always be That is a bit of a mixture. The other reason I like to wash it is because of the sizing that they put into the fabric. It tends to make me sneeze. Hasn't been so bad lately, but if I am working on a big quilt for a long time, my nose does run. And I'm sure you've heard John say when we go in the studio that we get the coughs. I'm sure it's because of all the fabric coming through. But it's all down to personal preference. There's no right or wrong way. It also used to be a bit more important, well, because I started quilting 25 years ago, and depending on the fabric you got, although most professional quilt fabrics, like quality quilt fabrics, you don't have to worry about, but you did used to have to worry about, is the colour going to run? So you'd wash it for that reason as well.
Christine says your flowers look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's part of my, that was work. The M&S flowers, if anybody's interested, it's a brand new bouquet for autumn, just came available this week. I do like it.
And Barbara says beautiful boy link.
You are a handsome cat. You do need some new flea treatment though.
And Christine says, how do we keep our roses fresh?
Oh. Well, first off, always use the flower food. Always mix the flower food with the amount of water that it says on the sachet. Usually 1 litre or half a litre, or 2 litres in some cases. Always cut the stems. Keep them away from direct sunlight. So where I actually have them in my south facing window is not ideal. So I wouldn't recommend putting them there. But that's sort of the only free space at the moment. I might move them to the north facing window instead. But out of direct sunlight, out of drafts, away from fruit, because fruit can put off a gas that can harm them.
Margaret says, looks like Link is starting his bath night.
Yeah. And then keep them as cool as possible, and they will last.
Do you talk to them?
I do. I like to talk to them, tell them they're pretty. I feed them and tell them they're pretty.
Okay, Link.
Yeah, that one's done.
Christine says, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. That's my other. Here, some of my pile.
Karen says, good tip about the fruit. I never heard that before.
Yeah, some fruit worse than others. Some flowers as well can also do it. Definitely fruit, apples, tomatoes, bananas to a certain degree. Yeah. Link, I'm going to need you to move, buddy. So I'm going to start sewing. What time is it?
It's 10 to 9.
Oh, 10 to 9. Okay. Well, may not have time. It may have to wait till Sunday, and I'll show how to make that block. But they are nice. They go together quite quickly, and it's nice. It's easy to be accurate, so you can see my corners. I'll let you look closely. Hasn't stretched, and it's really easy to nest the seams on this one. So I didn't do any pinning on them. I've just pressed them so that the seams nest on the back, so that they interlock get the accuracy. Yeah. So yeah, so we'll leave it there for tonight. If you want the snowy panel, unless it's already gone, there should be one left. The birches and the wood effect sashing, that's all there. The Christmas wall hangings, those kits are all there on the landing page for Swift Quilting Company, and those have everything that you need to make the top, and enough for the binding as well, actually, I think. Yeah, enough for the binding too. Yeah, there is enough for the binding. So yes, that's it. Thank you for joining us, all the way from Australia as well. And I will see you on Sunday. Bye.
Good night, all.